All right, beautiful people, welcome to the show. Here, this side, Yash. Super excited to share some interesting stuff with you today. In this training, we will be talking about how you can create and sell books, picture books, storybooks, children's book using AI, one click AI agents. They do everything for you from character consistency to story illustrations to pages and flip books and everything. And I just can't I just can't wait to share all of that step by step hacks, strategies, best practices and everything to you in this session. So make sure you stay till the end and just confirm with me if my screen and if my audio is good to go. And we'll get straight to the session. I know, are these ebooks? Yes, these are ebooks. And I know it's been quite a while since since I was on the training, but now I am back and I'll be sharing with all the updates what we have been doing internally, what's the vision, what's the goal, where it is heading, all the strategies and everything. Let me know if all is good, audio is good, video is good, everything's good, and let's get this rolling. All right, perfect, awesome. All right, I hope you get your coffee with yourself because you are gonna love this, right? All right, perfect, awesome. Let's start. Okay, share my screen now. Cool. I'm gonna share my screen. 1 second. One step at a time. Right now. All right. You should be able to see my screen. Type yes if you can see my screen. Yes, you can see my screen, right? Yeah, my screen is up visible. So this is the Artistly dashboard, and I want to show you something, right? So we have been adding a bunch of different features. We're gonna go all over them, but mainly we're gonna talk how you can create and sell books, storybooks, picture books, children's book using AI, using Artistly. All right, cool. So we got perfect art illustrator, custom consistent characters. Like you can put any character and create consistent images from that. That's pretty cool. We'll cover that. We got multiple consistent character. We got character creator. We got design agents, right? First, let's stick to this, okay? But what is the outcome that you can expect from this? I want to show you that quickly, okay? Because there's a lot of things to cover, and I know sometimes it can be a little, overwhelming. But I'm gonna make sure that it is simpler and easy to understand for you. Okay, so I'm just showing you right now how it's gonna look like. So there's loading the PDF, right? It automatically creates a PDF for you, and you'll be able to create books like this, flip book like this. Look at that. Yeah. All with one click. Okay, with correct consistency, story done, pages, and all the good stuff. Oh, there you go. So you can create infinite books for your grandkids, for just for fun, or you can sell them, right? That's the whole idea, because that's you can build books on demand, all right? And I just can't wait to share the step by step and some hacks with you today. Okay, so I'm just gonna cancel all the other tabs just so that we are focused on this. Okay, so step number one, guys, what you need to do, you need to go to AI design agents. All right, so we are inside AI design agents. I'm just gonna make sure I open up your tabs here so that we are good to go here. Awesome, perfect. So we're inside AI design agents. Now using multiple options, teacher designs, kids, book covers. Click on kids storybook. First thing is there's a create new story and your stories, because a lot of times you want to save up your story to use it continuously in the future or to refer back to that. So we have this your story option. Okay, now if you click on create, this will basically give you the list option, right? I will come to all of your questions, guys. Just give me a moment and I'll cover through step by step and I'll come to your questions. Okay, just in case if you can't hear me properly or if my screen is not visible, let me know. All right, perfect, awesome, cool. So I want to create a moral story. I want to create, I'm just going to duplicate this just in case. So, and I want to, oops, my bad. All right. So, and I want to create picture book, and I want to, again, I'm just going to see mom and son story, mom teaching son the lesson of responsibility. Okay, simple. You can like whatever you can think of, you can put your story summary. Right now there are characters two, right? Because there are two characters, mom and a son. Now, number one question I just want to address here is the moment you go up more than two characters, we are working on this. We are fine tuning the model so that it works best for more than two, because there's this seesaw, if we think of in that perspective, and we need to align the consistency with number of pages, with good, like right, like perfect quality of book. So we're trying to make everything work without breaking. So far we cracked 25 pages. We're going to do more pages, obviously more characters with character consistency. We're figuring that out. That's why, because we know what is the best, we just give you the best. Okay, so two characters only, that's supposed. So it can be a mom and a son, or a farmer only, or anything, right? One character, two character. You can go up to 25 pages. You can go up to like more in the near future, but let's say I want to create 10 pages for the sake of this training, and I generate the prompts. Now what that is going to do is I'm going to stop sharing my screen while it is generating. I'm going to come back to your questions. Now what that is going to do, that's going to literally write all the story with all the illustration. It will automatically generate the character design sheet, the story, the illustration, and all that. You don't have to worry about that, right? So it's already done, and I want to show you that. Okay, and I'm just stopping my screen and sharing it so that I can see all your questions as well, right? So you should be able to see my screen now. Awesome. So Leo learns to lead. That's our story title, basically our book title. It automatically creates and gives you a design sheet of two characters, mom, Sarah, son, Leo. It gives you the page content and everything, right? And if you scroll down, there are 10 pages as we asked it to. You will, excuse me, I just had my dinner. Yeah. So, and then it will have the front cover illustration prompt and a back cover illustration prompt. We'll come to that. Basically, what would you use it as a cover image, right? Like for your book. We'll come to this. Now, another thing I want you to mention here, always choose the aspect ratio close to 4:5, 3:4, or 9:16. But to keep things simpler, go with 4:5. Why? Because the way we have arranged it, it looks the best and covers the entire page, basically, right? Well, you can pick from all different styles: comic book style, Pixar style, doodle, 2D flat, this, manga, Ghibli, crayon, this, that, So you can just pick one. I like to go with Pixar style and generate the storybook. Now the magic is going to happen here, guys, is going to create and go, and the AI agent internally going to take all the pages, arrange it, and then give you the illustration. And our software was only able to do this until now. You would have to take these images, go to Google Doc, download them, arrange them. It's a lot of work. And we want to make your work simpler. We want to make your life simpler so you can grow your productivity, right? 10x or your productivity and 10x your results, right? Because in this day and age, we want speed with perfect execution, right? So from here, so far what I showed you was already available in the application and the software. From now is the new flipbook feature that I'm super excited to share, because it changes the whole game. Okay, now let me explain it, right? So while these being generated, I'm gonna give it its time. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go again to my AI design agent. Okay, I'm gonna go inside the kid storybook option, and I'm gonna go to your stories, and all my stories are here. You can reuse those stories, you can delete those stories, or you can create new ones. So you can have a full organizational purposes good here, right? That's number one. Now, story illustrations are being done. What we need is a page. I hope you can see my screen. Yeah. So what we need is a front cover illustration, right? What we will show as a front page cover, right? A book cover. So what we will do is we will click on use this story, guys, And the only thing that we didn't automate, that's the only manual step that you have to do, is you have to scroll down and you will see something called front cover illustration prompt, like a bolded thing here, right? If you see that, all you gotta do is copy the entire prompt like that, Control C, Command C if you're on Mac, and just keep that copy. Okay. Now, while your illustration, let me see how far my illustrations are going. Okay, some of these images are getting done. And so what I'm gonna do, right? Because if you go higher number of pages, obviously it will take some time. What I'm gonna do right now is I am going to go to AI art illustration. Okay. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to click on Pixar style. Why I am doing this? I'm choosing the same category that I chose initially to create my illustration, to keep the style consistent for my book cover as well, right? And all I will do is I will do Control V or Command V if you're Mac. Excuse me. What this is going to do, it's going to copy your front page cover prompt, and then what you got to do again, do 4:5 here and generate the image. What it is going to do, guys, is it's going to create your front page cover image, right? So that when you portray it or when you show it, right, on a flip book or on an ebook, right, you have a start to lead with, right, with the story title and everything. So a lot of you guys wanted with the character consistency for the book cover as well. So this is what it does that, right? So while this is being generated, all we're gonna do, right, I just want to show you the whole workflow, right? Because sometimes with the internet and all that, it takes some time. Anyways, so I'm just gonna refresh my screen. All right, so yeah, so now all my images are being generated. So just in case, right? Like if you guys see any issues like this, right? Just refresh your screen once, right? Now, if you look at these closely, look how perfect the character consistency is. This is 80% good. I'm not gonna say it's perfect. Right? I'm not gonna say that, right? But it's perfect for kids. It's perfect for your sake, because no other. Because sometimes what you will see is they're a little bit, off and on, which is AI. We cannot control that little 1% of that. But again, what we to make sure that even till that point you get good results, they give you something called regenerated design. Now, when you click on regenerate design, it will recreate that design. So sometimes you just gotta give AI a little bit, try to get to the perfect one, which is always happens, right? So we just give it a try, and it will try to create that. Basically, it will try to recreate that style, right? Now, if you look at the kid's boy, and then the tattoo on the kid and everything is perfect, right? Now, what's the next step? What's the next step? I think that image also didn't get processed. Sometimes it happens in a live situation. What I will do, I will go to the AI art illustrator again and create my page again, right? Like my front page, Control V, 4:5. So this is like the front page cover prompt that we have initially copied, and I'm just gonna get it generated. Just so far, are we clear so far? So far with the process, are we clear? I'm gonna. All right, so perfect. Good evening. It's been so good so far. How do you flip through pages? I'm gonna show you how do you flip through. Hey, everyone. I'm gonna show you how you flip through. Don't worry, I'm here for you. Okay. So. Now it's getting generated. I'm gonna show you my screen. Right now what's happening is, one second, I hope you can see. Yeah, so right now what it is generating, it is generating the front page cover, right? Because we want our book to be perfect, right? So, and sometimes what's happening is, sometimes with the internet and all that, if you see like it generate doesn't happen, just refresh your page, once, because sometimes the image loading takes a little bit time by the time it comes to circles. There are a huge number of pages that get generated every single minute, right? So sometimes that happens. So instead of waiting, just refresh it and you would get the results, right? So now I'll just wait for a minute or so, and something like that. I should be done. Anyways, so but now while it is getting generated, our old images, our storybook is already done, right? Our image is also being regenerated. Now what we have to do is look at this closely, okay? So go to the personal design tab. One second. Go to the personal design tab. Personal design, and you'll see some tabs over here, right? So we organize everything for you, right? Is if you create something from AI image designer, everything will come here, right? If you click on perfect text in image, everything will come here, right? If you click something from AI illustrator, everything will come here, right? This is like some of the thumbnails I've been creating with our application. That's what we use, like coloring books and all. If we create something with custom AI illustrator, we got our book page. Okay, anyways, so now we're gonna do kids storybook, okay? And there's a tab called kids storybook. So if you just scroll through, right, you will see something called kids storybook. Now here the entire game changes, okay? Now what happens here is all you gotta do is click on create flipbook. Okay, now follow this very closely. It's make or break here, okay? And click on one story. Automatically what it's gonna do, it's gonna select your entire 10 pages. Behind the scenes, it's doing all the mathematics, right? Calculation and all. And it will create the flipbook. Now it will automatically pull the title and it will ask you to select a template. Now what this template is, we'll be adding more templates and we'll be allowing you to add your own template. It's just that there's a new feature. We're gonna test it. We're gonna make sure that it works across the board. Thousands, hundreds and thousands of users who use Artistly. So we're just gonna do that slowly, right? So I'm gonna do this style. So basically what this is where the text is being shown, right? And there's a front cover image, right? So you can choose from library. Like for example, if I can see some, you can pick from library, right? For example, this one, or you can upload your own, right? And basically what you do is, again, I'm gonna show you one more time. I'm gonna show you everything one more time, okay? One more time. Let's do that. Go to personal designs. By default you'll be on a all tab, okay, like a all images tab, right? These are little mini rectangular boxes, right? If you scroll a little right, you will see after multiple consistent characters, you see kids storybook. And when you see kids storybook, you will see 4 buttons over there: bulk move, bulk delete, bulk download, create flipbook. Click on create flipbook, and when you click on create flipbook, you will see like an option, that a small, like a checkbox that appeared over your image that says select story. And when you click on select story, automatically all your 10 of all of your pages will automatically get selected. And then there's a button that pops up that says create flipbook. And when you click on create flipbook, automatically the title of your flipbook will come, excuse me, and then the template will appear, basically asking for you for the page template where your text will appear, the story text will appear, right? But now we have these, we're gonna add more of them, like based on this genre and everything, right? So let's say this, and then you're gonna choose the front page. I'm just gonna choose something from library. This is what is gonna appear your front page, and generate flipbook. That's it. Now what's gonna do, anywhere between a minute or 5 or whatever it generally it is faster, guys. It's gonna create, it's gonna say ready, right? And it will let you download this, right? Like this. It's gonna let you download it as a PDF, or you can read them online. You can share it with other people, read it with your grandkids, have like create, and then you can have this as a thing where you could on demand storybooks for your kids for late night after dinner. You can have them a 25 page. This is only like I think this is only 20 pages or 18 pages, but you could put like a long length storybooks and let them read, and it's a fun experience altogether, right? And boom, there you go. Farmer girls love his farm. And I got a few questions regarding the, like for example, a lot of people were saying that like the story is not matching the text. It should not happen. If it is happening, guys, okay, you can click on share, right? This little share option, and you can share this. By the way, you can share this with your community, or like anyone with you want. So make sure it is on the page number 1. Yeah, and then you can just share it, right? Like share it, and I'll be able to read it. Basically, I just want to show you that. That's why I want to show you how you can read it, basically. So it's gonna, like, anyone, even though if they don't have Artistry or something like that, it does not really matter. It will open up a page like this, like a view page, and you can actually print it, share it, zoom it out, and have a immersive learning experience, right? And that's where the future is heading: on-demand storybooks, right? Farmer Gills loved his farm, but he always in a hurry. He wanted his crops to grow faster and his days to be more productive. One sunny morning, he met Turtle. Turtle smiled. Good things takes time. Blah blah blah. Farmer frowned, but I want my tomatoes to grow faster. He chuckled. He decided to try, but he watched and watched and watched. Nothing happened, but he saw tiny leaves started growing. He started seeing bees are coming around the garden, and then the little turtle used to visit this plant, and the farmer was frustrated. Patient was not just waiting, it was observing. He saw rain and sun gave the light to his plants, and now the tomatoes grew. And like a fun story, right? I mean, like, and then he shared his harvest with the whole village, celebrating the village. And he ultimately said, "Thank you, Chili." He said, "You taught me the most valuable lesson of all." It's powerful. It's amazing. It's crazy, right? I'm gonna show you. Let's see what happened with our storybook, right? So let's see. I think by this time it should be done. Well, decent. I think. Let's see. Yeah, it's done. Leo learns to lead. Let's go, Leo. Let's go. All right. Let's see. Perfect. So this is a page cover. I just chose one. Leo loved to play. Toys scattered, books flung. Every day was a new exciting game. But tidying up, that was a different story. One sunny morning, mom peeked into Leo's room. It seems like my story. Right? I used to like throw my toys all over the places, and mom used to always scold me for that. And I keep continuing doing that, and I still do that. My room is a little messy. Anyways, uh, Leo, she said gently, everything has a place. Toy needs home, books needs their shelves. Leo frowned, but mom, it's more fun to play than a tidy. Mom smiled. How about a game? A find a home game for your toys. Leo's eyes lit up. A game? I love games. Every toy finds its bed, Mom declared. Leo giggled and grabbed the stuffed toy. Soon, car zoomed into the garage, the toy box, and everything. The room sparkled, and my mom said, "Look, and with the parents, responsibility, makes playtime even brighter." And that's the nice little story that we just got that